everyone. This is Amy, she, her, running Community Spirits, a Wraith 20th anniversary game, and I'm looking forward to having all of you here for tonight's session. Tonight we'll be joined by most of our players. Aaron is having AC difficulties at Fair Home, so they will not be joining us tonight, but will still be producing. So we appreciate them for that. Everyone, please go around and introduce yourselves.
Hello, folks. This is Al, he, him, they, playing Mir, she, her. Thank you for Aaron for producing once again. They might have been gone already. Yes, hopefully we have a fun session today for y'all.
All right. Hello, this is Blaze playing Bryce Higa, he, him.
Hello, everyone. My name is Sevatar, and I will be playing Dora Alvarez tonight. Thank you so much, Amy, for hosting, and Aaron for producing.
So for tonight's game, we'll be starting our last arc. Before we jump into things, does anybody have any questions?
Nope.
Yeah, what are we doing tonight?
Very good question. So, as we begin tonight's session, the group of you are walking down the thoroughfare of Roosevelt Row. What has you all hanging out here today?
Well, Mir's Mir had a bit of a generously called episode in the last few days. Uh, she's not said it to. She's obviously would not be willing to mention it to Dora, given that she's somewhat ashamed of it. And if Bryce would mention it in her earshot, she'll look at him significantly. So basically, Mia has been uncharacteristically and surprisingly violent in the dealing of Chaz, the drugs dealer, and she's trying to reconnect to what she felt was her identity as who she wants to be as the protector of Roosevelt Road and people who she tries to maintain guardianship over, rather than some kind of a edgy Avenger.
Bryce has similarly been a bit affected by the fallout of everything and was a bit shadowy last time. So right now he and has been basically checking to see if the drugs are off the street, making sure that there's no one trying to take a peek at the ghosts, as the sudden lack of specific drug dealers means that there's no longer a real way to get pigment in the area of Phoenix anymore. He's feeling kind of accomplished, but also a bit still. Uh, what's the word? Uh, Wound up from all of the excitement of the last 2 weeks.
That's understandable. I did not. It's understandable, but honestly surprising. I did not realize the events would affect your characters so much. It's terrible, but I'm also delighted.
Amy has. Sorry, not Amy. That's my other character, who is a spunky girl with a katana.
Nice.
I play a lot of
Just
spunky
like
girls with a
me.
katana.
Just like Amy.
Just like our own Amy. Dora has not really been affected by any of the fallout. She did have a brief episode where she freaked out a few sessions ago, because she has the same last name as the villain of the week. But then she remembered that Alvarez is a very common Hispanic name, and we are in Arizona, so that makes sense that they would have the same last names. Also, Dora was AFK last session, so we'll see
We
we'll see if she suffers this week.
we fondly reminiscence about Dora last week when the shadows came out to play.
The shadows took their moments when they knew Dora was
Yeah.
not around.
Yeah, sorry guys, I was traveling.
Nah, it's
Yes, of
good.
course.
It was a
Exactly
good
what.
plot moment.
They planned this. The shadows knew that Dora's player would be out of town visiting friends in LA, so
Yeah.
so that's why they attacked last
In
What
session.
a
fact, your friends in LA, are you sure they aren't shadows?
what a jerk move it would be for me to pull that off and just be like, that thing you were excited about. Yeah, had like he got thrown into the Tempest. They met a ferryman. There was like an angel and a demon. It was a whole big thing, but then they met a genie and they settled it. So
Don't
you
tell
know,
them.
sorry,
Don't
sorry,
tell
innocent.
Seven happened.
Sorry, what was the
But
question for me?
I was just making a joke.
Oh, okay, sorry.
But what are you all up to now? What are you guys doing to hang out and de-stress? You said you were asking about drugs. Well, the good news is that Chaz has kept his promise. You've not seen you've seen less pigment around recently. That could be, but significantly less. So it could be that some people are still trying to deal without his permission, or that some folks still have their own supply. But it shouldn't be anything you have to worry about unless you see an upsurge. Zachariah is happy with this, and he's like, well, subverting drug dealers, admit, not a solution I would have thought of, but cool. Whatever works. But yes, I was asking what you guys are doing to de-stress.
Dora's just gonna be playing her little guitar, doing her little shoegazi thing, as we in the biz like to call it. By biz, I mean extremely niche circles of music fandom. Uh, but
Oh
yeah,
man, extremely niche circles. I love
at
extremely
the
niche circles.
at the group haunt probably.
For some really strange reason, the only thing I can think of to call it is Rectendo. But what was the board game we got in the first session?
Oh,
Tokaido?
it was Tokaido.
Yeah, sure. Let's play Tokaido.
Oh, that was yeah.
It actually fits with the shoegaze music.
Yeah, it does.
Alright.
Where would you do this? Of course, if you did it on the middle of the sidewalk, then folks would accidentally stumble through your game, which, while not dangerous, is annoying.
We were heading for the tavern to see if
Yes,
the ship got together
sure.
and to play board games.
Indeed, it has. And Avery and Francisco are sitting together playing a game of Star-Crossed right now.
Aw. Uh, we lost
Mere
Mike for a moment. Fetch.
Oh, I was saying, now how do I destroy this lovely time you guys are having?
before you destroy the lovely time we are having, Mere makes a spot for a moment of just counting the amount of hickeys they have on and under their clothes. And it is
So
a lot.
rude. So rude.
My shadow has like 5 XP. He could spend it on that summons portals ability.
Wow. It's time to enter combat.
I'm sorry, but I'm just now imagining your shadows trying to arrange ships, and it's just being like the most annoying thing. It's not like sinister, it's just they won't stop telling you um about their fan fictions that they've been making. Hmm. Okay. Their game is interrupted as a person walks in. Let me grab a picture of this gentleman and post it in our Discord. It's be in the NPCs folder. You'll see it pop back up on your screens here in a second.
Oh, hello.
Mhm.
So this older man walks in, adjusts his glasses, and
Dora stops playing her guitar as soon as he walks in.
It's a daddy. An instance of a daddy.
music stops playing. He approaches Avery and says, "Excuse me, you're the owner of this establishment, right?" Dora, his voice and face seem familiar. Avery looks up and
Uh-oh.
says, "Oh, yeah, how can I help you?" With the community board. I'm here to chat, do a little inspection of the property. I don't think anything was really scheduled. I don't really have time for this. Let me just take a look around. You have files, I assume. Yeah, I could. Um,
Sorry,
go.
sorry to interrupt. I need to step away from the camera for just 3 seconds. I'm not going to turn it off. I just need to poke my head out the door.
Okay,
Sorry.
let me know when you're back.
May I do a roll of bureaucracy to know if the board is allowed to do that?
Yes, you can.
All right, so I believe that would be 4 for 2 in bureaucracy and 2 in intelligence.
First, can I ask one really quick bookkeeping question?
Sure.
Does the shadow gains +1 experience every time the story ends as well?
Yes, that's correct.
No, I mean the bonus after the we
Yes.
get. Okay, thank you.
What is the difficulty rating?
Difficulty 6.
6.
Difficulty 5 for this area because you're local and heavily involved.
Well, I think it should be 3.
Mm.
6 to 9 and a 6.
You also rolled a 1, which subtracts a success. But
Oh,
two's still
that's how
good.
that works. So 2.
So yes, the board can do this, but you recognize the oddity that he's doing this here and now, and so brusquely. It's not something. It's not how things are done.
Meant to be done?
Yeah.
Well, I'd let Dora and Mir know that something's sketchy about this.
Outside you hear From above the roof and outside, you hear the faint pitter patter of a light winter's rain. No, spring rain at this point.
Phoenix gets rain? Huh.
It does indeed.
Press X to doubt. There's something suspicious here. Is this guy a Wraith? Can we tell? I
Well,
think I need like a power for that, don't I?
Death sight?
we can use this side to identify whether, or life side to identify whether he's alive or not. And I don't think a worry would. A worry is not supernatural, is it? Are they?
Well, we have to roll for that, I'm guessing.
If it's
On his face, he doesn't appear to be supernatural, but he could be possessed or under supernatural influence or otherwise hiding his nature. All of those things are possible. Yes.
you're saying that a worry could have had something in him.
Are you going to roll something, dear?
Yes. I'd like to first check to see life side and death side what it does, and then quickly roll it.
Sure. So life side is basically mind reading, and death side is more like a health and vulnerability check.
Okay. Dora, did off game, did you have anything special about this guy? I noticed you stopped playing the guitar. If it's just because he's hot, then we all proceed.
No, it's because he just waltzed in here.
Oh,
I don't like the cut of his jib. And then
I
Dora
mean,
will like, is this guy like here for us? Is he like speaking to us?
No, he's part of the Roosevelt Row board.
Okay,
he's
sorry.
talking to Ori. He's, as far as I know, he's alive, and he's talking to an alive person. That's except for his surprise, the cut of his suit. I don't think there's anything too suspicious for him about him right now. But I'll
Right, and
go
it
ahead and
just started raining when he walked in, like randomly. Totally a coincidence, right?
I mean, I read a book once.
Well, Bryce did say that the way he's doing his inspection is really, really out of normal.
Oh yes,
So
of
there is
course.
something up.
Can you elaborate on that a little bit?
Oh,
Yeah, they're not supposed to do surprise expansions like this. They're supposed to be schedules and stuff. So, like him showing up out of the blue, he's technically allowed to do it, but it is really, really odd.
What are they talking about, Amy? Like, what are like Dora's like gonna like stand there like crossed arms and like listen to their conversation because she does not like this one bit.
Offhand, it seems pretty straightforward. He's asking to see Avery's license, do a insurance review.
wow.
He says he has concerns about the property evaluation.
Last time this happens, we depends the person. So let's see if we do have to do that this time. Okay. I would like to use life side. Is it perception plus empathy difficulty 5?
I believe so, yes.
Okay. Dang it. Why did I close the sheet? Would my specialties in being attentive help with this?
I don't, not especially, no.
Okay. We got a 2 success.
You feel malice radiating off of him. You're not clear whether
Malice?
it's directed toward Avery, the property, or something else, but this dude is not a pleasant man.
Malice, M-A-L-A-I-S-E or
Malice.
Malice? Okay. I inform my compatriot that this man is no bueno, no good.
Mm.
Is there anything like a name tag or like an identifying anything on him?
He has no such name tag, but that is an expensively cut suit, and if he paid less than $1,000 for that watch he's wearing, you'd be surprised.
Is he holding like a clipboard or anything? Like if he's an inspector, he must have like some sort of inspector prop, right?
He's got a suitcase with him.
And our fucking poltergeist isn't here.
Bryce, if he set the suitcase down, can you inhabit it and then inhabit whatever is inside the suitcase? Or does
No,
he
I
have
have to
to
touch the
open it
papers
first?
directly.
Okay.
But we can follow him. We'll see
Yeah.
what's going on.
Mia will sidle up to stand right next to him and just unbreathes on his neck. Super ready to intervene and do things.
Okay. Avery lets him back in to see the files that he was curious about. Although Avery is surprised, they don't seem like they're unfamiliar with the gentleman.
Oh. A left triangle.
Yeah, Bryce, would you be able to possess his suitcase or something and tell us who this guy is?
It might be easier to wait until he pulls out the paperwork.
I like to. I like to. Can I send a message using uh Federico's phone to himself, saying that he should accompany Avery? Given that he works in the same, he is the kind. He used to be the same kind of shady as property buying salesman as well. He might as well accompany his undisclosed lover to the negotiations
Sure.
if he's not already gonna do that.
As you're typing away, you hear a sound of thunder rolling in from somewhere far away, long and deep.
Where is it coming from?
Somewhere far away.
Uh,
If you
Can I
want
get,
more
like,
specific
yeah.
information, I would ask for a roll.
Okay.
wait. I have Argos 1, which lets me always know the weather. Is this a
Ooh.
Skinland side thing or a
Oh,
our side thing?
it's not Skinland side.
Is
Fuck.
this
We have to get back to the haunt.
As you say that, you hear another deep rumbling noise, but not the sound of the storm. It's the echo of the maelstrom bell.
Back to the haunt now.
shit?
Okay.
Yeah, Maelstrom Bell, so there's something coming through.
Let's get the hell out of here. Yeah.
All right. Fesh, I would like to use Stone Hand Strike.
To do what?
I would like to use Stone Hand Strike to punch the clock out of this man. Just knock him out, basically.
Wow.
We need to go to the hunt as Bryce indicate, but I am not going to leave this guy untended to with Ari and Federico with my kids. So
Oh
I'm just
my.
gonna go ahead and do a punch.
Okay.
Strength and outrage. Now would my specialties in my details work for this?
I hmm. I reserve that mostly for like heavy lifting and feats of impressive strength.
I mean, punching a guy from the back of the head until he falls unconscious.
Okay, go for it.
Thank you. Six. We are working on Skinlands. So Skinlands is we are on 7, right?
Yes.
Shroud Strength. Okay. I'll spend willpower for this. God damn. That was unlucky.
You reach out to strike him. As you do so, you feel an awful chill seeping over your body. It's not just the cold, but it's the sound. You realize you can hear voices in the wind, that every drop of rain is accompanied by a whimper. It's terribly distracting. You have to leave Avery and Federico with this man and hope for the best. If you don't get back home, the maelstrom will rip you to shreds. Gain a point of temporary angst.
Yes.
I may know a shortcut. May I use my Weather Eye ability to get us there quicker?
Of course.
Hang on, are you asking the group this? Or are you asking Amy this?
Kind of both of, hey, I might know a shortcut back.
Dora's gonna make a really loud grunting noise, like, like a shortcut, or like a shortcut that's gonna take us through the Tempest while the Maelstrom bells are ringing.
Good points, but if I do it right,
Because I'm down for that. I'm okay with that. I just want us all to be on the same page that we're about to go sailing in the middle of a hurricane. If that's what we want to do, I'm cool with that.
Our character, I think that's freaking awesome, and we should do it. In character, I
so
don't
long
think
as I do
Dora
it
know
right, it is without incident.
Okay.
What I'm hearing is don't botch.
I will spend. Yeah, so I will spend that willpower just right off the bat.
By the way, can I lose the willpower and immediately gain it back for acting of my caregiver nature?
Can you something willpower for something?
I paid the willpower on the punch,
Perception Argos
and
difficulty
then
6.
because I was acting out of my nature of caregiver, can I get it back?
Nature of caregiver.
Caregiver,
Yes.
yeah. Thank you.
So that's Perception Argos, which is 3 and 2, so 5, 6, 4.
Yay.
So because I used the willpower, it bumps up from 3 to 4, right?
Yes, that's correct.
So it is a quarter of normal travel time. So we get there 75% faster.
I got a little something to show you. If you pop into the Wraith chat, a little picture of something you all spy when you pop in through the Tempest.
Mm-hmm.
As you pass in and out through the eddies of the Tempest, you see them, multitudinous humanoid forms, drifting upon the waves and the winds. The spectral host is coming.
Good thing our hunt is tricked out against for defensiveness.
If Bryce said that out loud, Dora will just reply somberly, "Yeah, our haunt."
Oh fuck. Bryce.
Yeah, that's where we're going in 1/4. I mean, in 3/4 the amount. Yeah, 1/4 the amount of time.
Bryce, do you think they will be able to notice the people who take the pigment drugs?
Possibly. I don't know.
How able to interfere with the skin lads are they?
Specters.
Yes.
No more than us wraiths are. But yes, no incidents and a quarter of the normal travel time. So we should get back to the haunt pretty easily, unless our storyteller would like to add complications.
You make it back to the haunt, okay, arriving at your doorstep. You are, as to be expected, you should be the first people here, because it's your place. You're quick to find out about it and use the Tempest Eye. However, you know to expect that other people will be coming here soon too, seeking shelter from the storm.
Yep.
I'm sure we would have already talked about this before, but Bryce and Dora, can we throw open the doors and let whoever want to seek shelter come in?
Yes,
Yeah,
please.
I mean that's
Okay.
what the place is. It's the haunt for the district, so it's like it is the disaster bunker.
Yes, that works perfectly. All right.
Why am I not finding the rules for the haunt?
I think we can post this in the dice tray as well, but that is spooky. Also, slightly looks like a picture you take from underneath a very busy swimming pool.
Yep. Probably what they use as the basis.
I'm pausing for a moment because I assume that you are looking up something.
I'm just trying to find the haunt rules for weathering a maelstrom. Because we do have that 1, 2, 3, 5 dot haunt.
It's a one bell maelstrom, so short version is you should be fine. I think you're good as long as your haunt rating is equal to or greater than the maelstrom.
Okay.
So, you are letting other folks into the haunt?
Yep.
Mhm.
Yes.
Okay. What's the protocol for when that happens, given you have a bunch of uh, guests you're expecting?
I'm assuming there's rafters, right? Or not rafters, but like catwalks, right? Since this is a theater.
Yeah, it's big.
Dora is going to perch up there and she is going, God, I'm probably going to burn straight through my pathos here. But she is going to be keeping a hawk's eye on anyone coming in and and what's the term? This isn't the
Screening.
term, but dousing them if their shadows look hinky. Because after the last session I was here for, Dora is no longer playing around with shadows. Like,
Um,
hell no. If anyone's gonna come in here, they are welcome to stay through the maelstrom. And Dora will say this to Bryce, and Co. Um, I'm sorry, Ao, I forgot your character's name.
yeah.
Mir, I knew it was something with an M. I wanted to say Mercy. I'm so sorry. Dora will say this to Bryce and Mir, uh, but like she is not playing around. Like if we're gonna let people into our haunt, hell yeah, that's great. This is a bunker. But Dora is also not gonna be playing around with making sure the bunker stays safe for the people in the bunker.
Yep.
Mia wants to basic. I'm imagining one door, basically like a
Yeah, the main doors to the
maybe
theater.
the main door that is a double door, right? That opens up. So
Yep.
Mia would be just standing, planting her feet 1, 2, and just standing in the middle and in front of the door, so that whoever comes up has to go past her. So while at the same time just look looking at to Dora, so that if Dora signals it, Mia will just trust in her companion.
Great. We are on top of it. I like it. I like this.
I would love it if Dora could give me an awareness check, or
Now,
if or if being a partner gives you something unique for identifying shadow stuff on site, you can use
Kurva.
that instead. I'm just not aware of anything.
I am trying real hard to open my rulebook here, but my computer is not cooperating. So
I shall look for you.
yeah, if you could look, AO, that'd be so helpful. Thank you.
Just a moment. I will.
Partner, so
I
side,
will I will go ahead
No,
and make
partners.
partners.
I will go ahead and make the roll though. I will
The
pretend to know what is to
the
be rolled.
simplest one might be soul sight. With a successful perception plus castigate, they can sense the target's shadow. They can identify
Well,
whether the
that's the
shadows
one,
weaker or
and
stronger.
you want the AOE.
Yeah,
Oh yeah,
I
of
need something
course.
with AoE.
Uh,
God, this is exactly why I was trying to buy a new computer last week.
hmm.
Oof. Partners. Number 2.
Oh, you can also shield us from the effect of maelstroms.
Uh, Given that you're trying to do this in, so what I'm going to let you do? I'm going to let
Oh,
you roll with either perception plus awareness or perception plus castigate, whichever is the better
Perception
roll.
plus castigate, baby.
Okay. I'm going to do
Oh,
this at a increased difficulty because we're going to do it AoE while people are trying to force themselves in. We also have a relatively controlled situation. The
what
same
sorry.
is it?
difficulty,
Yeah, what
8
is?
roll.
Okay, 8. Thank you.
Yes,
I
dear,
have
what's up?
I have, sorry, darling. I have a effect that you might be interested in looking at in the red chat right now. So it's a
Scrolling down, 8. I just rolled, and now I am going to check the Wraith chat. Get Hensley. Well, I don't have.
oh,
Gosh darn it, I do not have Castigate 4 yet. That was
okay.
literally going to be my next buy.
Okay.
Do
But
you have the
I rolled a
experience?
single success. I should have the experience question mark.
If you do have the
Yes, I
experience,
do have the
you can
experience.
buy it right now. It says
Yeah.
that.
Also, oh dear, that power wouldn't be very useful in this situation. It lasts for a
never
few
mind
minutes
then.
at most, and it doesn't stop doppelgangers, which is what you'd be most concerned about when you're doing a check like this.
It's not power useful.
Well, I did roll Castigate plus Perception, and I got one success.
You see a lot of folks filtering in. Plenty of familiar faces, but also a lot of unfamiliar ones. Worried and terrified wraiths who handle the situation with a mixture of absolute dread and feigned indifference to the matter. Amongst the motley assortment are people with horns
Turns.
or wings or clothes that are part of their body, numerous arms, impossible anatomy, glowing eyes, and other strangeness. Dora, it must be headache inducing having to look at this many people all at once.
Oh yeah, Dora definitely has a migraine. Anyone
But
got
it's
the relic Tylenol?
but it's worth it when you spot one person seeking entry who stands out as different from the others. Whereas everybody here has, a shadow or something going on with them.
Mm-hmm.
This person is pure angst. I'm posting a GIF of them right now into the NPCs. No, it's a surprisingly large file, but it's loading.
Dora will not fuck around. She will say to Mir, well, not say because Dora's up in the catwalks and Mir is, I'm assuming, just kind of hanging
door.
out. Yeah, at the
Just
door.
standing on the entrance, yeah.
Okay, pictures posted.
Literal
Hey,
angel
hang
looking
on, wait a
dude.
minute, hang on. Dora has keening. Dora does not have keening. Dora has keening. Dora has keening too. And if my computer cooperates in a second, I'll be able to tell you if that will help.
That's Chanter's Keening 2, Cacophony.
No, what about keening 1?
Sotovolke, Initiate.
This does,
No,
I
no.
have the common version of this, damn it.
Hearing voices. Voice comes from a nearby person or object rather than himself. So throwing your voice down to Mir.
Yes, can I use that to throw my voice down to Mir?
It works to 10 feet away, plus 2 extra feet per success.
Kurva.
How
How
far
far
is
am
the
I?
floor?
Yeah, how far?
Also, I assume you're actually at the entrance rather than up in the rafters in order to do this stunt. Because you're trying to get them before they come into the place rather than looking at them once they're inside.
Yep.
Well, Dora's just gonna get as close as possible and tell Mir, hey, that person has no right to be here. Throw them out now.
Alright.
I don't know if that's gonna work. Do I have to roll for anything, Amy? Do you want me to roll to see how far that's gonna fail?
I mean, if
I
you
think you're. I
straight up
think you're
just
over. I think you guys are overthinking this. You're at the entrance to your home. People are filtering in. Amongst them, the two of you see this angel.
Yeah.
Small boy, pure white, head to toe, monochromatic, angel wings and a halo.
if you
They're
just say
standing
it,
there in front of you, smiling, waiting for you to let them in. When you don't let them in immediately, they go, shucks.
if you just say it, I'm sure Mia will pick up with the superhuman senses of hearing anyway.
Okay, Dora's just gonna say, Mir, throw that fucker out.
All right.
Hey guys. You might want to hear what I have to say first.
I would like to. I would like to go in, pick him up by the scruff of his neck or his clothes, and lift him to in the air and says,
Savitar wants to intervene, but Dora would not. Gosh darn it.
one one sentence before I throw you up.
He looks thoughtful, like he genuinely cares about trying to say the right thing to you in this situation.
I want you to know
Dora
that.
Dora will actually intervene here.
Okay.
And she'll just say, no, I'll talk to him outside. Not in here, outside. And then Dora will jump down from the rafters, all like power dynamic entry style, and then just fucking walk out and like look at this guy, like just like, all right, let's go. Let's go. I'm not letting you. I will destroy you. I will kill you. You're coming outside with us. I will try to kill you. I don't care if I can't take you. And like Dora is saying this. Like this isn't Sevatar just running with it. Like
Dora
Dora's
has
literally
gone
like
full.
thinking out loud, like, you know what? I don't care if I can't take you. Either you go outside with me right now, or we just start fighting.
If yeah, I already said Mia will trust Dora, so Mia will walk forward, still holding on to this boy, past all the people standing on the entrance, close the doors behind her, and I guess just get stuck outside with Dora, the boy, and anyone still awaiting entry.
Um, he'll say to you, having been this district's guardian angel, I know what you're going through.
I hate
And then
that
if you
little
want to
dance
escort
he's
him,
doing.
he's glad to walk with you out into the storm.
No, who says we're gonna let him? Who says he's gonna walk anywhere? Ayo, throw him, or sorry, Mir, throw him out.
Before that happens, I want to remind our incredible storyteller real quick that I have Freudian slip and tainted touch for my shadow. Freudian slips allow the shadow to take over Mia's actions to do one thing, and tainted touch spreads the touch of corruption and oblivion to anything Mia touches.
I'd like to activate Freudian slip.
Yes.
Mir will say, if he really was the original guardian spirit of this place, we should hear him out.
Dora will use trimming the black rose immediately on Mir. This rare but potent art temporarily deprives the shadow of one or two more of its most dangerous weapons, its thorns. The Wraith spends 2 pathos, and the player rolls intelligence plus castigate, difficulty of the target's willpower. Each success means the shadow loses the ability to use one of its thorns for 1 turn. Which is not that long, actually. I wish I had read that part.
Yep. Like last time, that's something you would have wanted to activate beforehand, and I would like some
I think
narrative justification for it in the future.
Okay, never mind then.
I think it'll be too difficult to use it because otherwise we don't necessarily know when the shadows will be using it. I think you should let it slide, or at least
Like a reaction ability.
maybe if I can
You're
resist
right.
the Freudian
Yeah.
slip anyway, so I will try to resist, and if it works, maybe it can go through. Maybe.
I apologize. Dora's overreacting here. She's still like looking threateningly at the angel though.
The angel waits to see what you will do, and Bryce, you can join them whenever you're ready.
Bryce would be doing his best to keep order, so he'd be using his charisma and performance skills to, do the everyone into the building, get away from the doors, please keep all hands, arms, feet, and legs inside of your seats at all times,
Swing
and that kind
the
of thing.
Got it.
So ideally there wouldn't be too much of a crowd seeing the angel get booted. And the few that do know not to panic. Would you like me to roll for that, or?
No, I won't worry about that in this situation. I feel like you should be able to have that under control.
Can I go ahead and try to resist the furnace slip?
Mm, that ruins
I
my
hope
fun.
I hope I fail too, dear. Pull the curtains back a bit. I also hope I fail. That there is a very fair chance I fail. Actually, no. It's fine. I'll go ahead and let it go through. Just cause I did suggest that the furnace slip could be used here. But in that case, I think Dora should also have a chance to use destroy the tons, obey the tons, whatever they were called.
Can we talk about it later? I'll be honest. I
Okay.
don't like having I said you suggest doing a cool thing. I have it
Yes,
happen, and then we have 2 layers of no, it doesn't happen. I feel like, why do I even bother having thorns?
Okay.
This dance is hypnotizing me. I don't like it.
Oh, thank you.
No, wait. We should hear him up. We should hear him out.
Oh, we'll hear him outside, not
Yes.
here.
Yes.
He goes, well, first off, my name's Ken. Second,
Are we
Storm's
outside
brewing.
right now?
You are inside
No,
the
no. I'm
threshold. He's
asking. No,
outside.
I'm asking the angel.
He goes, okay. He steps back.
Cool.
Other people will press through and pass him. Once you 2 are not manning the door, it's just going to be a free for all for whoever else wants to come inside.
Bryce will try and go to the door and use his elocution to keep it orderly because he doesn't want trampling happening.
We're
Dora,
ghosts. Can we get
should
trampled?
we? Oh,
Noted, Bryce.
I mean, we can punch each other.
Yeah,
I'm
you're right.
assuming
I
we
guess
can.
I guess corpus damage is possible. You're right. Good call.
how
Great
how
call.
long do we have until it's unsafe to have people stuck outside?
Oh gosh. Not very long. I would say that 15 minutes would be a generous estimation. Honestly, you're taking a risk by just stepping outside yourselves right now.
Bryce would call out to them using his weather eye. 10 minutes till storm lockdown.
Okay. I want to ask Dora if we should keep everyone else outside while we talk to this angel, or if we should risk there being more that we couldn't screen going inside.
Well, they're already kind of running through right now.
Yeah, we said we'd hear him out, so we might as well hear him out.
No, I don't mean
Them.
him. I mean everyone else. I mean everyone else is entering.
Oh. It's fine. I think whatever that thing guy was, they're the biggest threat.
Okay. Let's go ahead and do that then.
Bryce, while
if
they're
you
doing
see
this,
anything-
give me a awareness plus perception. Awareness plus perception roll at a difficulty 9 to notice if there's anything else unusual slipping through. I'm going to turn.
I use my empathy instead of my awareness?
No, because it's to detect supernatural taint in this case.
Oh, okay. So 1, 2, 3, 4. I will burn willpower.
Okay.
And 1, 2, 3, 4. So let me get back to the thing. /r. And it's 4 at difficulty 9. Oh dear. 1, so 2.
Cool. I'll tell you the results of what you find after we do a little bit with this conversation.
Yep.
All right. So Ken walks with the two of you over to a corner and stands in front of a beautiful mural. Hey, thanks
Hello.
for talking.
Mhm.
So, like I said, my name's Ken. I was this district's original guardian angel.
Okay, why are you here?
You folks have taken over my job. I wanted to.
Is he
I know
taking
how to
this?
put it.
Is he taking this long? Like he is taking
Yes.
this long? Okay,
Yes.
okay, cool. Because I wasn't sure if it was like the entity. That's a good term. The entity, or you like coming up with what to say. But if it's the entity, Dora's gonna stop and be like, "I'm sorry. What part of this interaction makes you think that I'm willing to like?" I said I was willing to hear you out, not watch
Okay.
you stumble over your words. Why are you here?
Because I want to test you.
Don't care. Go ask Zacharias for a test.
Oh, well,
You said you're the former guardian angel, right?
he nods politely.
Well, we're the current guardian angels. We got that job from Zacharias. You want to test us? Go through Zacharias first.
Oh,
Let me guess.
no.
Zacharias is the guy who fired you.
Oh, no,
Dora does not look like she's will like here to fuck around.
I actually stopped the job a few years ago. Really nasty maelstrom. Kind of changed my perspective on things.
Ah,
Was
so you
it
abandoned your duty then. So then you have no right to test us. Get out. Go away. Disappear.
He looks at Mir, and says, um, so if you don't take the test willingly, um, my friends will do their own thing instead. Um, so, for example, first thing they can do is while you two are over here talking with me, and your other friend is trying to manage the chaos, they'll they won't kill anybody, but they will drag them out into the storm, and nobody will be able to save them.
What
So,
kind
could we
of
talk a little bit more, please?
yes?
So you're
What kind of guardian
threatening
angel
us.
are you that you would threaten to hurt the
um,
people you used to guard?
Dora will turn to Mir. Mir, they aren't a guardian angel. This is a shadow eaten at best, probably a specter these days. Did I get that right? She turns back to the entity.
I really don't appreciate the aggression.
That's not a yes or no. And I tend not to spare any aggression to people who won't answer yes or no questions. Out of character, by the way, if I'm being too aggressive, please stop me.
Uh, it will. You are getting an in-character warning from him of what the result will be of not listening. If you out of
That's
character
fine.
understand that risk, then that is fine.
Yeah, that's fine. I just don't want to like out of character be a dick. Like Dora's being a bitch right now, but Sevatar the player does not want to be a dick right now.
Okay, keep it at around this level, please.
Okay.
Okay. Okay. I guess once again talking to Dora.
It,
Can't think
while
of
you're
two.
thinking about that, you see something stepping out of the form, out of the storm, calling out to Ken, saying, "Is it my turn yet? Is it my turn?"
Okay, I've
No,
made a
dear,
decision.
it's
I
not.
want.
It's not your
I've
turn now. Go back. Sorry about that.
I hate you.
They get excited.
all right, dear. I guess that's make my decision for me. Stone hand, strike, and hit him.
We're gonna fight this fool. Oh hell yeah.
Yeah, just engage immediately. Then let's run into the shoulder.
Oh hell yeah. Wait, hang on. Hang on a second. Wait, hang on. Oh no. Dora's being rational. Oh no, this is bad.
Is Bryce able to see
No.
the guy?
No.
Dora's gonna
Bryce
look.
is unable to observe of this conversation or the threatening actors. It is up to the others whether they are going to do something about it.
Well, then, yeah, mere declaration being just immediately strike this guy, then run into the shoulder with holding Dora's hand, so gesturing for Dora to come with.
Dora is not going to be coming with actually.
Oh,
Oh boy.
But no, please go ahead and hit this fool.
yeah.
While I turn on the light in my room because it's getting kind of dark in here.
When you go to
Yeah,
strike at him,
beat his
his
ass.
response is to try to literally fly back and away from you. Those
Okay.
wings are not just for show.
How far can he fly?
He's pretty good at it.
I ask because in this very specific case, I can punch through the air.
That should make this easier for you then. Okay.
Yes.
Let's see. That is going to be. This is going to be a roll off. You and him both at difficulty 6. He is
Okay.
rolling 7 dice to avoid you.
Okay.
Okay, I know what Dora will do.
What will Dora be doing?
Dora's gonna be using Bulwark on herself and on Mir so that we can stay in the maelstrom and fight these assholes without getting our asses kicked by the weather.
That's good. It's difficulty 6, right?
Yes.
I guess I would guess not, but is he armed?
He does not. He is not currently holding a weapon.
Ah, but he has arms. No, okay, I understand.
What
That
is
is
the maelstrom level? Sorry.
1.
1.
Okay.
Okay.
Also, I wanna just let everyone know that I did listen to Elton John before today's game, so I'm like in a fighting mood right now. Elton John is my fighting music, by the way. I know that's a
Interesting.
little strange, but
Yeah.
Interesting.
All right. Dora's in a fighting mood. All right, awesome. That is
You
with you.
okay? You strike at him. He steps back, fluttering back into the storm, and says, "Hey, you're anxious and stressed right now. I understand. So we'll talk later, and my friends will do their thing in the meantime." He waves and disappears. He can no longer be engaged in battle. The two of you hear screams. You are not being attacked.
Dora.
Bryce, you
Okay,
don't
never
see
mind.
any more of these people coming, like any more monsters coming inside. But you do see two people. One that looks like that, and the one that which I've already shown you. And nope, a couple more actually. Here's another example of what you see. These
All
people are just straight up dragging. They are too far away in the crowd for you to just get to.
Well, I'm at the doors. I moved to the doors to stem the
Yes,
flow,
and you
right?
have a crowd of like dozens of Wraiths who are trying to get inside.
I start to close the doors.
Oh shit.
It is almost too late. The last couple people can stream through, otherwise they're out of luck.
Okay. You begin closing the door, people begging you to let them in, even as the man with sunflowers for his eyes and the monochromatic smiling figure leaking pure shadow drag people off into the tempest, never to be seen again. As
Wait, so
Wraiths,
how'd they
anyway.
get past me at the door?
They did not. They are grabbing people who are not yet inside.
Well, I'm not able to help with that, seeing as Hans apparently have a really low minimum capacity.
You are able to take an action, including protecting the people who are already in, or trying to encourage more people to get in faster. But they are picking off some people who just straight up are not going to get in. There's nothing you can do about that because this is a storyteller response to the other two players taking an action.
Yep. Bryce isn't even going to try. He has a door to protect. So he is going to make sure that if there's anyone trying to drag anyone from the inside out, that they're not going to get through. But there is only one door that's still open to let a small trickle in. But the moment some of the shades try and get there, even if Dora and Mir aren't back, he's gonna lock things up and hope that the doors hold.
Okay.
No, yeah, lock us out, dude. Hell yeah.
Given that they are doing this outside the things and within my my eye shot,
They are not within your eye shot, no. The storm is raging and it is getting bad enough now that visibility is low and people are starting to suffer.
Even if they're not, can I post something and see if this works? It seems very appropriate, but
sure. Okay, so that is going to help protect you. It wouldn't help protect others. I want to make this very clear, all of you, as the players. What is happening to some folks is the storyteller response to, hey, we're not going to listen to you, we're going to fight. The response is some people get picked off and Bryce gets put into a bad situation. There's not a dice roll or mechanic you can use to bypass that. I'm just doing strip storyteller response. Now you can do stuff to stop making it worse, like say, we run over there and we try to scare away the shadows, or we call back into the storm trying to get his attention, or we use some other magic to protect as many people as we can so that they can get in.
So that's what Dora is gonna try and do. She's not gonna try and like fight this in any meaningful way. What she's gonna do is try and get all up in there. Because I'm assuming she can like
Use the
close
bulwark.
space to the point where she can use bulwark, right?
Yes, you could
'Cause
use
if she-
bulwark at the entrance of the
Yeah,
building to
Then that's what we're
protect
doing.
people.
That's what Dora's doing.
That will work.
How many times would you like me to roll? Because I have rolled once and I got 4 successes.
I think we're just going to use that rule for narrative purposes to cover this.
Great.
Alec, what are you going to do?
With the acknowledgement that that has already happened, but it's currently still ongoing, correct? They're
Yes,
still
the
keeping more
shadows
and more
are.
people.
Yes, the specters are still going to go back and grab more people.
Yes. I would still submit the sidestep on the intercepting and attack targeting anyone or anything within the Wraith's running movement.
Okay.
Because that is the magic that I think would be appropriate for this situation.
Okay, I'm going to allow you to roll your. You can roll the higher of outrage or brawl plus dexterity or appearance. This
Oh,
determines how well you're able to fuck with them.
I'll go ahead and use dexterity, but can I use it from fatalism, which is where this art came from?
Oh, sorry, I got the arts confused. Yes, fatalism is fine.
Yes, dear. Spend 2 willpower, 1 for activating this, 1 for having a success. What difficulty are we working with there?
What would have the standard difficulty for the no, let's just say difficulty 6.
Okay. Damn it.
Dang, honey.
Yeah. That is 1 success.
So Dora is able to create a bulwark that allows the panicked people to calm down and file through in an orderly fashion through the passageway that Rice is carrying, protecting some people who otherwise would have gotten themselves caught outside, just fiercely trying to get inside. You step out into the storm itself, trying to step in and out of the bulwark to deal with the specters. They find this highly entertaining. And they keep fucking with you using the natural defenses of the maelstrom to protect themselves. And they keep inviting you back out into the maelstrom. When you get too focused on one, they go and they grab somebody else. Between the two of you,
How are they doing that when bulwark specifically prevents specters from seeing people?
They
Well, they already know
physically
they're
see
there.
the people who are right in front of them.
I mean, okay, yeah. I mean, if Dora like touches them, gives them the bulwark, and they just stand there, she is not going to worry about them. Like, you know, some people.
Savitar, that's not what I'm trying to say. Your bulwark extends out a certain range.
Mm.
There's more people than you can protect with it, and the primary benefit is it's holding off the maelstrom effects. There are specters that were actively attacking these people. Between Dora and Mir, you're able to keep them at bay and save a lot more people than you otherwise would.
Oh, okay.
Some people are still getting dragged off.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, don't worry about it. Your dice rolls, I'm trying to indicate you guys are getting a success.
Well, how big is the crowd still outside? Because it seems like there were far too many people trying to get into the bunker, then there is space inside of it.
I'd forgotten about the space restriction. So we would say an appropriate amount, but you're able to get most people in. A few people are lost who otherwise would not be because of the specters. Eventually, you have enough people saved and you're able to get yourselves in as well.
Okay.
Bryce slams the door shut as he sees Mir and Dora, along with the last stragglers, get in,
Mission
locking the building.
accomplished. Dora literally says, "Oh, well, that's a happy ending."
Mia looks around and shout, Rhonda. Is Rhonda the controller of the spook skill with us? Or have they taken shelter somewhere else?
She'll be here. I like to pause. I'm not really feeling. I'm feeling kind of anxious and uncomfortable. I need
Oh
assurance
no.
that I'm running the game okay.
Uh,
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely.
Yeah.
Like my freak out just now was literally because I am struggling to understand how bulwark works. It's not at all anything you were doing. Like
Okay.
you were handling it very well,
Mm.
and clearly explaining how the rules work to my ignorant ass with a computer that can barely show me the rules on a good day. So I apologize for that.
Yeah.
I
I'm
am
perfectly fine with the story being you can't save everyone.
I'm loving the situation. I would have said that during the stars, but I'll say it now. I am enjoying it a lot. It is very good. There's some difficulties with misunderstanding, but that is perfectly fine, and you don't have to worry about anything there.
Yeah,
Okay.
we're good.
Yeah.
Well, we could still
Alright.
take a break for a little bit if you like.
Yeah, let me notify. Been playing now. Almost 2 hours. Cool.
And Bryce's shadow would be deliriously happy about basically being the door guard. So
No,
that might be a little bit of angst.
I did think that having to screen people who are just looking for safety is quite inducing.
I do
Well, I
think all
wasn't the
of
one
you
doing the
gain a
screaming.
point of temporary pinks from the situation.
Yeah.
You can't save everyone.
Yeah, I will say Dora is very pleased with how this turned out. And honestly, Savatari is too.
I mean, we didn't allow the specters inside the building to cause havoc, so
Oh yeah, it would have been very different if
Oh
the
yeah,
angel
that
got in.
yeah,
would've
Bryce
been
just like
nasty.
no, we just everybody in. I was waiting for that moment. Been like
Nope.
cool.
Hell no, dude. No, I think given the options on the table, this has gone swimmingly. I see this as a total win. Dot GIF.
Total win. Jeff. Next session, Tail Divers.
And to anyone watching in the audience, yes, I am aware it's short for graphical interface. I'm mispronouncing it for a reason.
I'll pronounce
Oh,
it.
that discussion. The joys of English where there's multiple ways of pronouncing every single word.
Oh, I love speaking American.
Because apparently the image file type is supposed to match the peanut butter rather than the
What?
spelling.
I've not heard the
It's
story about the peanut butter yet.
Jiffy peanut butter. Apparently the coder that made the image format likes the peanut butter a lot, so he said that even though it's GIF, it should be pronounced JIF.
Yeah, and like
Because
a
to
bunch
match the
of
peanut butter.
I
yeah, a
see.
few years ago, people
It's
were
funny.
arguing about how to pronounce GIF versus GIF, like for the moving picture file format. And like the people who wanted to pronounce it GIF generally were generally assumed to be winners because it is short for graphical interface format or something like that. I don't remember
Yeah.
exactly what it is, but I know graphical is part of the word. And that was fine. I was fine with being like a rebel outsider, against the law. But then the creator came out and went to bat for us, so now it's pronounced GIF, and everyone on Reddit can go to hell.
Yay for descriptive linguistics. Everyone can do what they want.
No, they can't do what they want. I won. I was right.
Fine.
But hopefully
I feel we should
the
be here
sideline discussions are useful as a pause as we wait for.
Yes. I'm glad you guys are enjoying the artwork I have for the specters. It's there's a lot of beautiful pieces that I found that are just perfect for them.
It's very Del Toro.
All right. Hello,
Really?
everyone. Hi, chat.
Hey there.
I will put us on break.
Thank you.
Thank you. Hey, welcome back, everybody. We are now in the back half of our session. In the first half, the circle encountered a mysterious new human antagonist, only to be interrupted by a supernatural, terrifying event. Now, we pick up with them sometime later. The storm has been going for a little bit. The three of you have had time to get together and make sure that everybody's safe. There's been no other intrusions or other supernatural bad things. You are all now in here and you are safe. What do you do?
Bryce is watching the doors to make sure that nothing tries to break in.
Dora will check keening powers. Please stand by.
Also, this is an opportunity for you guys to chat or do other things and plan your next move. I do want to emphasize that you are safe. You can still play Sentinel. I just don't want you guys to feel like you have to start making a bunch of checks to see if Fetch hid something else in there.
Yeah. Well,
Dora will turn to Mir and say, "Hell yeah, that was well handled. Great job, Mir."
You Dora, you are really stretching the limits of when I said I will trust everything you said, Dora.
No, I'm serious. That was well handled. That creep wanted to test us? Excuse me? What right do they think they have?
But but we lost people.
Well, I don't agree with it, and I'm glad that you didn't either. And the PDF finally having loaded, Dora will start using mood music, to evoke some emotions via music. She will try to evoke a sense of tranquility and peace.
does that get us noticed by Wraiths, or does the haunt keep that inside?
I mean, I'm playing it for the wraiths that are
I mean by the
inside.
specters outside.
Oh,
Because
I
there's a
mean,
rule about like you can get too noticeable and it breaks through the haunt barriers of protection.
It's
yeah,
you
it's up
don't
to
feel
you.
like it's a risk at this point because the specters are aware of your haunt's location.
Oh, true.
Yeah, it seems like if they wanted to hop in here and do something, they would. Since they're not doing that, that means that they've probably either given up and gone. They've probably given up and gone for easier targets, or decided, you know what, let's go play with what we've got.
Oof.
Hmm.
All right. Then, as Dora starts the mood music,
So-
Bryce would add his own little performance of a couple Shakespearean soliloquies from the comedies.
Nice. Thank you. Manipulation plus keening, difficulty 8. So I will be rolling for that. Is that cool, Amy?
Oh, yeah, that's cool. You can just see how well you do on it.
Do I need to do a roll of performance, or?
So nobody has to roll. You can just accept whatever you can take a minimum automatic success of 1, or you can roll to see how well you do.
I want to
I
roll.
shall roll then.
I rolled a 1. Great.
I rolled a 1, I rolled a 1, I rolled a 1.
Okay, performance is 3, charisma is 1, 2, 3, 4, and it's eloquent, so I get a bonus, I believe.
Sure, let's go with that.
How does the bonuses work again?
They double 10s.
7. And what is the difficulty?
The difficulty of the test is going to be it's just difficulty 6.
All right. And I got 110, so I get a bonus. So does that turn into a 4?
That one success would, yes. If you got 3 successes, you got a 10, that would make it 4 successes.
Huzzah. So that is a 4 on performing.
So we got one person doing calming music, and what's the other person? And what's Bryce's performance to do?
Shakespearean's comedy soliloquies. So like excerpts of some of the better plays to get people to laugh or relax.
Hee. Excellent. You do get some laughter out of folks. They relax, they have a good time. They're chill. Your haunt is very popular. It's the place where everyone in Roosevelt Row goes to relax during these storms. And honestly, they're looking for any opportunity they can to have a bit of excitement and relaxation, any opportunity. Because outside, it's really fucked up.
We should be treating this like as like an RPG moment, like walking around and telling people like, "Hey, have you
Yeah.
heard any rumors lately?" And just like saying
Yeah.
NPC shit like that.
I mean, it vibes with like Mask of the Red Death or the various
man.
fairy tale things of we've sealed ourselves off from the outside world due to plague or disaster, and now we're having a party.
Dora's gonna run around and
Just have someone go to
specifically
you being
ask
like,
people, are you not wearing a mask? Like if they are wearing a mask, I'm gonna ask them if they are in fact not wearing a mask.
you get the NPC, they go, I hope the storm ends soon.
With the Oblivion music playing in the background. Have you heard of the High Elves?
Masquerade, paper faces on parade.
So this just sounds like we're having a grand old time now. I'm happy. I'm a fan of this.
Mhm.
This is a very cozy evening.
The kids who hang out in the theater are all a little confused because they're hearing like haunting operatic music playing. They're hearing laughter and wailing coming from random corners. Like this happens, but not usually this badly.
I like to think that Mears, at least during the first hours, just went off to do a bit of a brood. Just grumpily sit somewhere and brood on the nature of protection and guardianship and etc. until some either kids or small ghosts come and cheer her up.
Some younger ghosts come up and they're like, can we have something to eat, please?
Jeez. Oof,
Mir
that
is
tugs
known
at
as a
my
baker.
heartstrings.
There's going to brutally gets up, puts it's very difficult, it turns out, to sulkily puts on aprons and cook some dinners with an easy bake oven. So eventually she just fails to brood and just comes to appreciate the atmosphere of the thing and just go around sharing cookies and candies and desserts and stuff.
The kids celebrate and play, and they have fun. They're like, thank you, Miss Mir.
We are weathering the storm with some panache.
Rhonda does come up to talk with you. She happened to be in the area and was seeking shelter here. You recognize her immediately for her bulky build, trademark of the spooks, and her Jason Voorhees hockey mask.
Rhonda,
Hey,
first thing first, you want some cookies?
yeah, sure.
Okay, I did it. I make it in a way you would like with chocolate chips.
She lifts the mask slightly to devour one, and then 2 more. They're so good.
Yes, I've got a little Ziploc baggies for you to take home with you as well. But secondly, uh, tell me about kids.
He was one of the first race of any notoriety around here. Good guy back in his day. He literally played the guardian angel thing.
So he's always been small and with those little bird feathery wings. That's an Odin.
Usually, that's how he looks. He prefers to be disarming.
Hmm.
Usually.
What he's very dramatically it mentions abandoning his post after a particularly bad storm. What can you what can you tell me about him?
In the last major maelstrom that hit, he got caught up in it. A lot of things hit him really hard. When the district started falling apart, when the businesses started closing, you've all been protecting this place together for what, 3 or 4 years now?
Mm-hmm. Ever since COVID?
He was until COVID. When the businesses started shutting down, that's when the maelstrom hit. He'd lost a lot of people he cared about. The maelstrom took more. Then he went with it. You have to understand, he had been doing this for years. He'd helped a lot of businesses develop and protected them. The place as it is now, it's practically unrecognizable to him.
Don't get soft on me, Rhonda, as a controller, and don't ask me to empathize with a man who would lead specters into the midst of just people looking for safety.
Look, him being back around like that as a specter, that's awful, yes, but how could I not sympathize with him? He lost everything. I work with lifeliners. Their whole purpose is to protect people from the kinds of horrors that he suffered. If you can't sympathize him, it'll be a lot easier for him to turn you into somebody like him.
Hmm.
He didn't want you dead. If he did, he would have had a dozen specters spring on you guys outside.
He says he wanted his.
I doubt he intends for you to pass. If he wants to test anything, it's going to be to see what your resolve is. See how much you're like him. I hate to tell you, Mir, but I think you may be the most like him.
I much prefer it when you are munching on cookies and not saying these things.
Well, If you don't want the brutal truth, why would you ask the head of the Spooks Guild?
From the far back, Dora just goes, "Got him." It is unknown whether she is listening to this conversation.
So, he's gonna be around. He's not gonna leave you alone until he gets whatever it is that he wants. Be careful. If he wants to talk to you, it's a trap. If you don't talk, though, he's gonna pull some bullshit. If you can beat him at his own game, though, well, Spectres don't like to lose. Either he'll lose his composure or he'll fuck off. Just don't
Okay.
get stuck thinking that what he tells you the game is actually the game. Well, thanks again for the cookies.
Mia stoically gave her the little baggies. Stand.
She gingerly accepts them and then puts them inside of these massive pouches that she carries on her sides. She waves and then walks off away from you to go hang out with some fellow spooks who are busy doing fitness routines and trying to stoically withstand poltergeists who are telling them horror stories. What do you discuss amongst yourselves? What's your plan from here?
How do we stop? I'm saying this to the group. How do we stop this guy from coming in and targeting the people we care about again?
The angel,
That guy, yeah.
Ken.
we end them.
We end them?
We use violence and terminate their existence. Trust me when I say that I saw what that entity looked like. There is no wraith there. They're just angst. It's just angst all the way down. Poured into a mold that looks like one of us, but they are nothing like us.
Bryce, you didn't get to see, so I'll say for benefits of next time we meet, he looks like a sweet boy, in all white, wearing, looking very much like an angel.
And just as a out of character double check, so I remember one of our themes from the game is that no specters are actually unredeemable. Can a specter and therefore can get healed up, or is he something else in the way that you were describing the angst storyteller?
Oh, well, but sorry, Amy, before you answer, I do want to make it clear, Sevatar remembers this. Sevatar remembers this, because Sevatar is a sucker for a redemption story. Dora will need to be convinced that redemption is A, possible, B, desirable.
Sevatar's on the right track there. He is definitely a specter, but he's also a specter who is clearly fettered because he's here, able to be reasoned with, and seems to genuinely care about the district, even if it's in a fucked up, twisted way.
I think there might be a way to fix the issue without resorting to Oblivion. There's a person back in town recently that I became aware of who knows some very old and very powerful techniques for, let's say, reversing some of the fangs of Oblivion, if you catch my meaning. We may want to talk to her and see what can be done that isn't forcing a soul out of true existence and into the maw of the abyss.
If you want to pursue that route and you don't think it's going to open us up to any more unjustifiable risks, I'm down to back you up on it. But if it seems like even for a second that he's going to put the district at risk, we terminate.
I
just want us to all be on the same page that obliterating this motherfucker respectfully on a metaphysical level is on the table.
I know intellectually that he's a creature of Oblivion, a specter, and all those terrible things, that he's angsty, that he's probably older than any of us, that he's whatever his circumstance lead to this point, a lot of the suffering he's done out of his own mind. I know that intellectually. But there's some part of me, some stupid, naive part of me that sees him and see that how he claims. As far I can tell, truthfully, that he used to be a guardian angel of this place, and see how it's stupid, but he looks like a child. And if I can't protect children, then that's what good am I? So I want to try Bryce's method, at least insofar as it can be done, until we have to, as Dora says, destroy him without great prejudice.
Bryce looks a little bit surprised at Nir's backing of him, but seems pleased by it.
Dora just flips her hair and says, "All right, sure, whatever. As long as I'm there to make sure that if and when this all goes tits up, I can toss him into the nearest Neo."
So we have a path forward. I don't think we named the character, but if you remember how we were talking a bit ago about the Lady of the Pueblo.
Oh no,
I was thinking of adding
she
her
goes
in.
by Challenge.
Challenge.
Oh, challenge.
Yes, so if either of you are familiar with Lady Challenge and her recent re-arrival in the district, she'd be our
I'm
best
not.
bet for answers.
I'm not, but I'd love to become. So,
Storyteller, is Challenge in our bunker, or has Challenge chosen to batten down somewhere else for the storm?
Is challenge in our bunker, or shall we be doing this next session?
Are we past 9 now? We got about 15 minutes left, so I can have her here. You do find her in the bunker. She is currently she's on the theater stage, playing soccer with some of the other wraiths. She's doing a 1v3 game right now because that's kind of how she rolls.
I mean, when you get to her age, she can pretty much do a lot of fancy tricks.
Oh yeah,
with
she's
that
doing
experience.
devil may care combos.
Jeez.
Bryce would try and wait for a moment when the game's paused to go in, walk in close, bow to her, and say, Lady Challenge, if you have a moment, there's something we'd like to ask. We'd like to ask of your wisdom.
She blushes. Oh, cool. Please don't call me lady. It makes me feel very old. I am, but like not in a way that I want to remember.
My apologies then. How would you prefer to be addressed?
Uh, challenge, although it's a little bit long. Some people call me Chow, I guess.
All right, then, Chell. Well, if you wouldn't mind teaching us a thing or two.
Sure. What game do you want to play?
Well, I and my friends would like to know a bit about the redeeming of souls. If that comes with the cost of more than a game, then I'm willing to pay it.
Redeeming of souls. Okay.
Dora's
I know.
gonna pose up to continue the soccer game.
She looks at Dora. I like this one. What is it you want to know about redeeming souls exactly? I'm not like an expert, but I guess, being around a while, does give me some unique insight.
Do you know anyone in the city that you consider more of an expert than you at this?
Oh, no, you don't want to talk to me.
Well, any information is of use, and knowing who to talk to is a very nice piece of information, wouldn't you say?
What is it you're looking to know exactly? Why do you care
Is it
about this?
possible? Dora will interrupt. Just, is it possible? Let's start there.
For a specter to return to Wraithhood.
A while ago, there was a friend of mine who was very, very far gone. Not sure even they realized when it had happened. I found out about it, and we played a game.
A game?
Things turned out all right.
I'm assuming that game wasn't soccer.
FIFA?
She shrugs and says, I don't know, play a game with me and we'll see if it
Who do you want to play with?
Dora
For
kicks
sure.
the ball in response.
she'll play against the three of you. This is just going to be a quick opposed roll to see how well you do against her.
Okay. What are you playing?
She's gonna play a basic game of soccer.
Okay.
It is athletics, I'm assuming, right?
Uh-huh.
Will I have to use my performance for more of a dexterous approach rather than a strength-based approach?
Sure.
And difficulty 6. I'm assuming. I got 2 successes.
We're gonna count up your successes and compare to the ones that she's gonna be getting. You're all
Three.
rolling
That's
against
gonna be
difficulty.
absurd.
You're all rolling against difficulty 6. She's going to be rolling against difficulty 10, difficulty 4, rolling 10 dice and double tens.
Would you consider a soccer ball plasmic, made of plasmic?
Why do you ask?
Really, a
curious.
0.
Okay, I asked because there's a specific flaws based on mirror I just remember having, which is just plastic magnet.
Yes, it's not going to help you with a soccer ball.
Oh, okay. All right, let's see how good Mirror is at soccer. Reasonably good.
5. I am sorry, I was bad at this role.
It's okay. We got this.
We got this.
Okay, let's see. We have our dice rolls. That's a total of 5. Okay. Let's see how well she does. Is she having a good day? Or is she having the fates decide that the NPC is having an off day?
Haha. Victory.
Victory, yeah, actually.
Hell
Yeah.
yeah.
I
You know,
won.
Fighting, 3 people, you guys get 5, she only gets 4 successes by herself.
Not
God damn.
just 3, dear. What
Dora is convinced she could have taken her 1v1.
With a 10 dice pool.
could have.
It's which is not true, but Dora is insane.
Wow,
Roll 3
Dora's
impressive.
Dora does an actually good job mirrors as the match progress.
Hell yeah.
Raise her arm up and just go substitution and then ask some little kids to come in and play soccer instead of me while she goes and take a rest and drink really cold water. And the little kids are way better than me.
So the way this goes is you play against the game and against her, and against the 3 of you, she has fun putting together tactics and is playing like casually and having fun. She keeps doing taunts in the middle of the game and leaving herself open for counters. And at one point, she's like, God, you guys are really good. I'm gonna have to actually learn how to play this game.
Amazing.
She really just let us get the win.
At the end of it, though, she's had a good time, and the audience is in a delighted uproar over this. Joe says, "Oh, that was great." So, as for 1 second here. So, as the tragic story, a friend of mine a long time ago, they became a specter. They'd gotten really pissed off. It's gonna sound stupid, but they were really into sports too, and they really let it go to their head. They let their shadow get to them, and eventually they learned to beat me by giving into the power of the labyrinth again and again and again.
Oh dear.
Until one day I was facing off against their shadow.
Dora tries not to say, wow, I almost did the same thing just now too. She tries very hard not to say that.
Did she succeed?
I don't know. I think she does because I don't think my shadow has Freudian slip.
No, I don't think it does.
Oh, thank God.
So it was, they were pretty happy with themselves by that point. Until I challenged them again. You see, they'd come to really rely upon the powers that Oblivion had given them. The despair had made them strong, but it robbed all the joy out of the game for them. I realized I couldn't beat them physically. So I called on what remained of their sense of sportsmanship, that little voice inside their head that still said, games are meant to be fun, but it's not the victory that matters as much as it is, well, the game itself, seeing how far you can go. And that got through to them. They listened to the voice and they stopped drawing upon Oblivion to beat me. In the end, they came back to themselves. They pulled themselves out of their own specterhood because they wanted it, you see. They wanted the thing which had originally brought them to that point, and not just the hollowness of a victory they hadn't earned. We're still friends.
Oh.
Well, I'm really happy for your friend, but the guy we're dealing with has been a Spectre for a lot longer than a single soccer match, I think.
No, they too, I mean, thank you. I guess I do a good job of summarizing a much longer story. But no, it wasn't so quick or so brief as all of that.
Oh, well,
Listen, the point is you have to find the seed of whatever's still good about them and pull upon that. I'm not saying you're gonna be able to have like one game with this dude or whatever and make him magically see the light. But if you can remind him of what was good about him, what kept him around in the first place, what still betters him, what he's passionate about,
I mean,
that's the path back.
That's very. I mean that seems to set the path for us that we have to find his feathers.
What remains of them, at least.
Yeah.
Remember, the fetters are just kind of what keep us around. I mean, they're things that we care about, but not necessarily what we're passionate about. I mean, I don't think it's. I mean, unfortunately for anyone who would care to want me for an enemy, I guess, I don't think it's a surprise that the oldest structure in the city is my fetter. Thankfully, pretty hard to destroy that, but you know, that's not what keeps me around. It's what enables me to be here, Ban's Place, which is deeply important to me. But it's the games, the activities, the learning, the thrill that makes me want to be here, that doesn't have me somewhere deep in the tempest.
Okay.
Thank you for your
Hmm.
insight, Chow.
Yes. Thank you. I had thought that the feathers might allow us to see the shape of his passion, but while it's not probably not a bad idea, regardless of try to find his feathers, we should try to find his passion as well. Then, does anyone know any solicitors?
Well, we can ask around at least. If
Yeah.
Ken was a pillar of the community, there'll be a lot of people around still that'll remember
Mhm.
him.
Do you think
How
there's
many
Anything you
points
anyone
want to
of
add,
here
Dora?
today, right now, who knew him?
Yeah. Though out of character, I feel like that could be the research phase rather than doing it as a full scene.
yeah?
Yes, that would work perfectly. This will be our last scene, by the way, so planning for what you guys are going to be doing during that downtime and next session is perfect.
In that case, the thing that we could do right now, as in during the research, but right now in game is who reacts the most strongly to seeing his presence in the group of the refugees are the people who are already inside. Like, and yeah, I think that's very relevant. And another point that would be relevant in terms of mechanical is however many point of notoriety he used to have should count against the difficulty we have for researching him.
I do kind of like the idea that you try looking into him, and there's some people who are like, yeah, he's a specter, but he was such a good guy. I just don't feel comfortable talking about him.
No. It should count against us, and it's much easier to do it, obviously. Because there's more people that remember him and his stories.
Not in your favor?
Yes,
Yeah, I can
yes.
kind of.
Well, we can
I can-
leverage our role as his successors to try and learn more about the previous representatives of the district.
So downtime is going to be researching Ken to get a better understanding of
His
what his
passions.
passions are, and also maybe what fetters him if you get lucky. Okay.
Mhm.
Uh, Dora,
Yeah.
an addition for you which may affect what you want to do during your downtime. Now that you've had time to think about it, you recognize, yes, that older gentleman is in fact your missing fetter.
Oh boy.
Which older gentleman?
The one at the bar?
Gosh darn it. I was
Yeah.
afraid of this. Dora will not react, thus fulfilling one of her Shadow's deep desires, I think.
Mhm.
Sorry, give me a
And point
second here.
temporary angst, just be like,
Yep.
don't think about it. It's okay.
Yep, I really, kicked my Shadow's ass this time around, so I am totally just gonna not worry about this. I'm gonna refuse my responsibility and conceal my feelings about this one.
I am so glad that I remember or at least note the reaction you have when Mia says, "All right, just gotta punch him."
Hey man, I appreciate punching specters.
Oh no.
That-
Mir tried to punch the
No, Mia tried to punch both
your feather,
your feathers and
but
this boy.
missed.
I see what you mean.
I feel like we're transitioning to stars and wishes, so let's go ahead and do that, and then we'll do sign offs. So,
Okay.
Yes.
Al, begin with you.
Okay, honey, we don't want to begin with you anymore. Okay.
No.
This has been Al, he, him, playing he, him, they, playing Mir, she, her, Stars and Wishes. Uh big stars to Amy for running. Love this one, love this one so much. This is everything I wanted out of Raid from my wishes last time. I appreciate it a lot.
Oh, thank you for saying so. I really wanted to give you guys more of the supernatural aspect that you'd asked for while still retaining the local community focus
Yes.
that got me excited.
I think this is the. I hope you had a lot of fun. And I hope you had a lot of fun, and I hope that this is the, for me, this is the exact right mix for it. Stars for Bryce, of course, for making the hard choice of just straight up closing the doors. I did not see that coming. I guess I should have seen that Bryce is pragmatic and rules kind of guy, but yeah, goddamn. And stars for Dora because I loved aggression. That was awesome. I am glad that you are cognizant and worried about when you say it to Amy that she knows you're saying it in game versus saying it to the players, and that's very considerate and smart. But I loved aggression against the Spectre. It feels like finally Dora get to cut loose and do her partnership. That's awesome.
Yes, I
Yes.
do want to start that as well. I liked seeing this dark, very not laid back side of Dora. And I do thank you for asking me, is this okay that my character's being this aggressive?
Well, I'll take it from there. Although actually, I don't think you finished all your stars.
No, I've given everyone odd stars. I'm done
Okay.
with that. Thanks.
Yeah. Stars for Bryce, also for slamming the door shut, and also for being, very, for taking a very leadership role during like the investigative portion in the second half. Um,
Yes.
and also stars for Mir for totally being down to just throw down with a fucking Spectre.
Yes.
Hell yeah. And also, of course, for Amy, our dear storyteller. I have no wishes, because this was exactly the game I signed up to play.
Oh, thank you.
I am like this session specifically is what I'm here for. And I had a lot of fun.
Oh, thank you. What did you enjoy most about it? Just so I can kind of replicate
Facing
that.
off against a fucking Spectre.
Oh, good. Well, you'll.
I hate these bastards. I have like a personal hatred for these bastards. So I'm very happy to like finally find one and I could just be like, oh, stop existing.
Excellent.
Even as me, Sevatar will restrain my character.
Mm-hmm. Oh, that gives me a fun thought.
Ooh. I guess that's my turn then.
Uh-huh.
Hello, this was Blaze playing Bryce, he, him, to both. Start again to our storyteller for being willing to transition us from the last story into this new one. And I also really like getting the Spectre thing because having things I can punch as Bryce is always a blast. So getting to have more of the antagonists on our side of the veil will be a really interesting change from the last two where it was dealing with more of the human side of things. Star to Mir for the punching and being so willing to just throw fists, throw hands, because that's always fun. And then for the little bakery scene and giving treats to all the people in the bunker.
Yeah, it was so sweet.
Then Star to Dora for doing the screening and then really just getting up in Ken's face and being ready to just shut him down when he's trying to stall and like really take control of that situation.
Just
'Cause
no,
it was
no. It's just, you cannot take control of a situation near Dora. Dora will either take control or become the situation.
and that is why Dora has the star too. Yes.
Just like Ken's not in the room with us. Ken is in the room with Dora. Or what? How does it go? We're not there with him. He's there with us.
You're not locked
Yeah.
in. Yeah.
Yes, exactly.
And also for the hold the door, or no, the you shall not pass Gandalf moments of just laying down the barrier spell to just blast back the specters, so that way at least some people could huddle in and trickle through before the doors finally slam shut.
Yeah,
Mhm.
just like in terms of like geometry and mechanics, this was a really great session. Like just in terms of like what was actually going on and what we could do about it.
Yeah, the spell casting was a lot of fun. So yeah, no wishes for me either, because it was fun to get to see other people use their powers, and also to for Bryce to have like things he can do that's not hacking a computer. Yeah.
Although we did try and get you to hack the guy's briefcase.
Yeah. That could be next time.
Speaking of next time, a stinger for you all, and then my stars and wishes.
Huzzah.
Wait, I don't
please-
get to sign off.
No.
Hey.
Oh, you're back. Hello.
Hey, continue.
I've been here. I've just been quiet.
Good.
I'm not really gonna sign off. But I am Aaron She They Fei. I've been your silent producer tonight because it's too hot in my room.
Mm.
I cannot do stars and wishes because I wasn't here.
Mm-hmm. I believe in you. So I'm going to direct all of you back to the NPCs thread for a moment for our stinger, and then I'll do my stars and wishes, and then we'll do our full sign off. Things did not go very well at the treasure trove. They were surprisingly resistant. But that little voice in his head now is telling him, don't give up. You're doing this for your child, for their memory. This is important to you. This means more than anything. And that voice leans back. We see Ken staring, standing stock still. Ken slips forward, leaning like they're about to deflate, and their monochromatic white flesh body pulls away, revealing another form beneath.
Yee.
Well, they say, taking a drag on a relic cigarette. If I can't play the angel, I can always be the devil on the shoulder.
Oh no.
Oh no, he's doing the meme of if I can be your ankles, I will be your devils.
He really did a one-winged angel power up form shift. I am
Also, for a moment, I thought he would be less killed, but he's still killed.
Good.
devil with
Fuck them.
devil wings and
I'm
horns instead of
down.
angel.
No.
Fuck them up, dude.
I'm glad you're enjoying the I'm glad you're all enjoying the art of Ken. This is a piece that I just fell in love with the first time I saw it. So for my stars and wishes, let's see. So start for I thought Mira was super cute, both brooding and then giving into, helping out the kids and giving out some chocolate. It was just so sweet. It was so sweet. I love it. For Dora, I already said the big one for me was seeing her go paladin mode and being like, nope, we do things under my terms.
Dora
I'm
is a
not going to be
paladin.
nice with you,
Dora's a great paladin.
and I'm going to protect everyone. And then for Bryce for, leading everything, protecting the people, and being the one who was brave enough to go talk to a challenge and say like, yeah, most ancient wraith in Phoenix. Can I ask you a question? Let's see. Wishes for next session. Really want to see the I really want to see you guys follow up with both Ken and with
Our unnamed
yours.
villain.
What's that? Your villain.
The unnamed Dora Stilf.
My dad.
Your dad, yes, Dora's father. Just go straight
Oh.
in and deal with
Yeah,
that.
no, not Dilf. This is literally her biological father.
He can be two things.
Not,
For
not
Dora.
to
No,
not
I mean,
to
he's
Dora.
not a
but,
dilf to Dora.
But he is for the
Okay.
rest of the party.
Fair enough.
Yes. The true horror. Dora gains a point of angst every time someone's like,
Thirsting
"Your dad's-
over
your
her
dad-
dad.
Like your dad's kind of hot.
Like, wow, Dora, your dad's hot. Instantly takes like 100 angst. Honestly, I would have the same reaction IRL.
The screen flashes red and 9999 appears over Dora's head.
and
Pain.
still give stars to Silverta for seeing him freak out when you mentioned that he is his dad.
Oh yeah, sorry for that. It was a beautiful reaction. Exactly what I hoped for. I was like, I sure hope they enjoy Ken and Dora's father, because that's all I got for tonight.
Was good.
Fuck, man.
It's
Thank
good.
you.
All right. If that's it from everyone, I will end our stream.
It is, thank you.
Thank you.
All right.
Yeah, thank
Take
you.
care,
Good night,
everyone.
everyone.
Good night,
Night.
everyone.